Thomas and Friends Trackmaster 2 is proving to be quite an adventure. In this toy review, we will use part of the playset's packaging to make an awesome Ghost Thomas.
Absolutely perfect for Halloween.
I'll also do some Thomas magic and enhance his face so he looks just like the box artwork, because we all love a customised Thomas. But my main aim is to build up a hazard-filled railway that shows off the performance of this toy train system. I better throw this title up because there are some very basic model making processes used in the video. Okay, Pinkie Pie, let's do it. Hello there, Thomas and Friends fans. We're going to take a look at this playset here. It has been lurking on my review table for some time now. Thomas does this miraculous thing where he's balancing on one track. The set is called the Breakaway Bridge set. I'm also going to take a look at the Crash and Repair Thomas, Crash and Repair Bash, and Crash and Repair Diesel10. And because you've been so nice to me, I might also try and connect into this pack here. It's a track pack which is called the Hazard Tracks expansion pack. But we'll kick off with the Breakaway Bridge set, and the first thing we'll check out is noticing that Thomas has got this expression on his face. When he's in peril, what do we get with the set? A stock standard Thomas. But hey, let's just be happy we still have toy trains to play with. The back of the box looks like this, so there's the playset set up. It looks sort of awesome, doesn't it? This playset cost me $35, and strangely, Trackmaster playsets are back in Kmart Australia after a very, very long absence. Here it comes! Yeah! And I think there's more up in that box. This box has got us keep giving. Yep, and it is. Let me grab the constructions. Let me push this train track aside and let me just show you something which is cool about the packaging here. I think the best thing about getting these playsets is that this piece of plastic here is what you want to use. And take your time getting this out. We don't want to wreck this plastic. This is the stuff that you use to make Ghost Thomas trains. And my son loves that very simple mod. So I'm going to be very careful and save that bit of plastic bubble that is over Thomas. So there's Thomas in his plastic bubble there, and believe me, my son has just loved playing with the toy trains, either as a ghost train like that, or you can come along and you can basically cut it out and you can put a skirt on the bottom. This is sort of the line you cut to make a ghost train. And it really goes back to the old saying, the simplest things in life are often the best. And it's a matter of getting some scissors and just carefully cutting out along the very, very rough line that I've done here. It's going to look shocking, this one. And you make a little ghost train. So there's Thomas, and there is the very rough cut plastic. And you can paint it white if you want. You can paint it day glow. There was one I used in the Halloween video from last year. I just painted it white. And who was under there? Hello, James. And trust me on this one, it's something my son absolutely loves to do with that style of packaging, and it is so easy to do. Maybe I'll paint that with this glow safe paint, and that's basically the same price as the playset. Well, as you can see, this video is already starting to be derailed. I better get back on track, and what I just showed you may come back to haunt us later in the video. No pun intended. The first thing I notice about this playset is you're not getting very many pieces of what I classify normal track. Okay, that's a piece of normal track. That's a set of points. Trackmaster 2 track. That looks like a piece of normal track. That one there. And the rest are sort of the specialized stuff that is very much the way Trackmaster 2 plays out. Especially this piece and this large elaborate piece here, which is where Thomas does his stunt. And the first part of the build is basically get the stunt area prepared. I hope I'm doing it the right thing here. If I'm not, I'm sure the audience will be screaming at me if they know what they're looking at. Looks good to me. And it looks like the two stunt areas combine to be one. And working down through camera, it can be a little bit tricky. Okay, so that's the stunt area made. It was child's play to put that together, very simple. And the next thing to do is to very carefully look at the plane here to put the rest of the track on this playset. I often feel those simplistic two-dimensional pictures can cause confusion and delay. I much prefer to look at the picture on the back of the box to understand how to make this playset. I'm sure any of you who have got into Trackmaster 2 understand it's a very different sort of train set and track layout to build versus the classic Trackmaster and the TOMY Blue track. But you know what, I've actually quite like it. And when I get around to showing you how to make pull tracks, I think you'll see that the Trackmaster 2 track is the best system for making floating tracks in pools. This is a pretty simple build. I'm almost done. Yippee hooray. There's a little warning flag that all the trains are going to ignore. And let's not forget the spooky barn in the danger area. The playset also comes with 2 track adapters to go between Trackmaster 2 and Trackmaster Classic, but what I do with these is this. I'll add it into the siding here on this layout and then the end stop. One excellent aspect to Trackmaster 2 toy trains is that we are now dealing with the same battery across all the characters, so the nightmare of all different batteries and different characters is gone. I think that's one of the very strong points of this toy train system. And sure, I know many people struggle to say something positive about it. Let me check to see if Thomas works. He's got good power. Is his connecting rod's going about to fly for me like the first one I had? No, it looks like a better build, but what I am going to do is I'm going to rectify this face, because the message here to Mattel is, guys, I don't know if you know, but the apps are taking over. You've got to present toys like this. It's so easy for you guys to put a face like that on this Thomas, and it would have just elevated the whole set. Okay, so I mean, I'm not being mean to you, I'm just pointing out the cold hard facts here. Okay, let's give Thomas a run. Let's see how it plays out. Ooh, nice speed on Trackmaster 2, and he's coming up to the danger zone. He's getting all that warning. Whoa, he's made it through. So super awesome. We've got to see it again, and with the right face it looks even better, doesn't it? One of those little playsets you can sort of watch for hours upon hours. How about some spark, Thomas? Woo! Oh yeah, I like the action in this playset. It's a nice little piece. Yo, Thomas, you little daredevil. Well, let's give Thomas a bit of a challenge with this wagon, and Pinkie Pie's along for the ride. I've done that pre-testing. If it crashes, it crashes. Well, let's see if Thomas can pull that. He finally got in the gear. Okay, so we're stuck there. And let's blame Pinkie Pie for that. Lay down, girl. That's better. Whoa! And we've just had a train wreck down there. Well, I can fix that. It's all the fun of the fair. Pinkie Pie has been thrown to her death by the looks of it. Up comes Thomas again. Oh yeah, just making it through. That's doing it. Doing it in style. Go, Thomas, go! Whoa, gotta love it. Some of the trucks are jumping off the rail, but they're correcting themselves. Or are they? Well, it's getting a bit untidy. It's getting very untidy. And it's a train wreck. Thomas is doing his best to get a grip there. Let me just help you out here, Thomas. Hate to see you in distress. Okay, you're off again. Your wagons are back on track. But for some reason, I sniff disaster looming. I don't know, the wagons are playing up. The troublesome trucks, aren't they, really? Causing all sorts of confusion and delay and dilemmas here for Thomas. But that's all part of the fun, because children like that sort of jeopardy when they're playing with their trains. Oh, it's going, oh, they're jumping on, they're jumping off. They're really playing up. Can't keep my eyes off them all. They're playing up again in the middle. Ooh, don't know what's going to happen next to you, boys and girls. Could be a train wreck any moment. With Thomas in command, there's going to have to be. Yeah, that one there is the danger wagon. Keeps one of the play up. Whoa, there's almost a bit too much jeopardy going on watching this. Go, Thomas, don't let those trucks take over your life. You tell them where to go. They're just trucks, okay? I'm sure you know that. Ooh, trucks are biting back, aren't they? They've got some attitude, those guys. Oh, they had the final say. They've had the final say. And so Thomas doesn't care. He's taken off about them. Yes, I think be free of those trucks. You don't need them in your life. They're only causing confusion and delay. Well, I'll have to admit, I actually quite like this playset. I like the Jeopardy area here, in the same way that I enjoyed the Shake Shake Bridge playset. We saw some trucks playing out and how much confusion and delay they caused, but that's what they're all about. Pinkie Pie was thrown to her death, but hey, sometimes bad stuff can happen. Well, if you like some danger in your rail life, that's a set for you, but let's add some more danger by adding the Hazard Tracks expansion pack to that playset. On the back of the box, it shows you what you get in this playset. In Australia, it cost $15. And I think the trick with Fisher Price stuff is in Australia, I've seen it in Target going for 40% off. That's the time to jump and basically buy out the aisle if you're interested in getting into this toy. That's some big advice from me. Okay, this expansion pack needs a little bit of constructing before we get going, but it's all pretty simple, and I'm actually looking at the back of the box. Artwork like I normally do to put this together. That's what I've been doing for years, and I've been building toys up, and I hope that's correct. So there's all the boogie in that expansion pack. There is the playset we've just been looking at. What I'm going to do is grab the center points there. I'll put that in as that curve there. That'll give me an extension here, and there is an extension over here, and I will marry this piece into the playset like that. Even though it looks a bit short at the moment, I've got a little trick up my sleeve with some of these pieces. Okay, first up I will take away that little siding extension I made with track adapters, and I will slide in that side of the expansion pack. So it looks like that, but when we go to take a look at the other side, we're a bit short. But don't despair, we're going to do a little patch up work right here. The best use I have found of the track adapters is not actually to adapt into Trackmaster Classic Track, because Trackmaster 2 trains basically don't work too well on it. The best thing to do is use it as little gap fillers like this. And voila, the problem is solved. So up there is the Breakaway bridge playset, and I've added on the Hazard Tracks there. It looks awesome, doesn't it? Pretty simple. Took away that extra soldering I did, connected it together, added the little extra bit from the joiners. The set of points replaced that curve there, and also with that expansion pack, there's a curve there that I never used. There's warning signs to put on this playset that the trains ignore. Another nice one there is something about falling rocks. And there's also a buffer stopper or track stop there, and it's a different colour to the one that came with that playset. Okay, I've given Thomas some wagons there. Let's give Thomas a go. See how he takes this extra bit on the playset. Whoa! Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Yeah! I like it. I like it a lot. Whoa! Dancing in danger zone. Go, Thomas, go! Watch out, Pinkie Pie is alive again and she wants revenge. She's putting some boxes on the track. Naughty Pinkie Pie! Oh, smacko! And it has made Thomas crash. No wonder why Thomas looks so shocked. You bad pony. Come on, Thomas, that's only a box. You can push that aside. Yeah, no trouble at all. What the? That box? What? I don't believe this. I would never be able to ever repeat that again. That was crazy, Thomas. You're a one-off. And believe me, that's how children play. And sometimes Thomas gets stuck. A lot of confusion and delay starting to happen here. We're getting very rogue, isn't it? I like this playset, the Breakaway bridge playset, but I also like this expansion pack, which is the Hazard Tracks expansion pack. Well, okay, I've shot a lot of video around this set. I like the feel of this set. I like the fact things go wrong, because that's what the fun of the toy is. Things going wrong. I don't mind that. That's all the fun of playing with trains. So for me, in cost, how much do I have on the table? Because I have added some things on here. Well, that playset there, the Breakaway Bridge, it was $35. The expansion pack was $15. These trucks came with another expansion pack and other trains that I purchased. Let me take them away. Of course, Thomas doesn't come with the good face. It just comes with a normal face. And maybe that there is like $15 there. $35 up there. And there's all those bits and bobs there, and take away that to be more accurate. So in total, and we're speaking about Australian costs here, there's $50 of toy train on the table. And between you and me, I think $50 is a fair price. Mind you, I have seen Fisher Price at 40% off in Australia, and that's when you want to buy it. The thing I like about the Trackmaster 2 playset, sure, it's dynamic and all, but one of the best aspects is the fact that you can actually pick up the whole playset and it doesn't fall apart. I like that, and the part which will break is where, here you go, the classic Trackmaster connection is, because I've got an adapter in there to make the playset up, but the Trackmaster 2 sections basically don't come apart, so you can go and hang that in your wardrobe if you want. Well, let's have a bit of spooky fun. Let me get Thomas on his way there. I have sprayed the inside of this bit of plastic with the glow in the dark paint. I'll put a spooky scary face on there. Let me put the ghost over the top of Thomas there. Okay, all I need to do is turn the lights out. Okay, so there is the glow in the dark Thomas going around there. It may work better if I turn all the lights out. I've just got a couple of little spotlights going on at the moment. And there it is with all the lights out. I hope I've got the focus right there. I'm trying to keep the camera about a hand's width away from the train. And it looks super spooky, and it hopefully looks super awesome. Yeah, it'd be nice if Mattel did some glow-in-the-dark trains for us. And what happens is, as time goes on, that glowing gets less intense. Basically, I need to take it back into light. I've got sunlight outside that I can zap it up to full brightness again if I need. And I've gone and grabbed my glow-in-the-dark Devious Diesel, but that Thomas glow-in-the-dark one is really easy to do. Remembering I just used a part of the packaging from the playset we looked at in this video. Those custom faces come from the Lotte Thomas Friends candy. It's in a packet like that. And one thing to remember when you do make this mod, if you're going to do it, when you come to paint this, paint the glow-in-the-dark paint on the inside, and that way, you don't, if it does get scratched on the side, you're not losing your paint. So as Thomas goes around this playset, he'll scuff down one side, but it won't rub the paint off because it's painted inside. And I'm pretty sure it is the nice, simple and effective mods like that that my viewers really like. Let me push this aside. The next thing we'll take a look at is the Crash and Repair Bash, Thomas and Diesel10. It's got a box where you want to put your finger in there. You can actually play the faces like the old flip face Thomas from the, was it the TOMY trains or like that? I've actually got one. A bit of a story behind one I've got. There's a piece of rock in there. There's no track, which is sort of sad. It would have been nice if they put a piece of track in, because on the back of the box you see a picture like that, but just forget the tracks there. It doesn't come with this. There's a piece of rock there, and Thomas about to get whacked. Better do an unboxing shot, or people say, "Oh no, you never showed us the unboxing." These were selling for between $20 to $25, and I was very lucky to get what I got. They didn't. Well, they weren't in the shops for very long. It's got some nice artwork there. And yeah, I don't get given these toys, guys. I've got to go out and buy them. It'd be really nice if I had access to some of this stuff, which is so hard for me to get. There's a bit of instructions there. Okay, a bit about batteries, as we always get. Come on, Thomas, come to Daddy. Well, Thomas is between a rock and a hard place. No pun intended. And we'll have to do some snipping here to free Thomas from this plastic prison. And here he comes. And I got excited when I saw this. You should have seen my son screaming when he saw these in store. He was screaming, oh, a little bit louder than me. Ooh, it's nice, it's nice, it's nice. There he is, before he's been smacked and bashed. What happens when he hits the front? Kapow! Oh, that's gotta hurt. Well, there's Thomas of all of his damage to the side of his boiler and tanks. Ooh, looks good, doesn't it? Little boys love the look of that. So do big boys like me. Let me reset Thomas back to looking normal. Stay, Thomas, stay. Yeah, in a perfect world, it would, like, you know, snap back like that. That ratchet is all the way forward. It's very easy for those components. See, they just seem to have a gap at the top there. I wonder if they're all like that, or maybe this is a dodgy one. You see that just flopping around? That ratchet is all the way forward. It needed maybe a little bit more spring tension to keep it forward, because when you pull that forward, it stays closed. Okay, if I let go of that, yeah, it's a bit floppy, isn't it? Anyway, beggars can't be choosers. Let me open up Bash and Diesel10. I wonder who else comes out in this style. Maybe the box will tell me, or maybe it won't. Maybe you know. Come on. You'll love it here. And while we're in unboxing mood, we will crack into Diesel10, which actually looks pretty awesome if you ask me. Oh yeah! Come on, Diesel! Time to party! Well, here is the Trackmaster Crash and Repair Bash. Why do I think I'm going to say dash? I know I'm going to get them mixed up. Oops, just touch the front there. It's not like Thomas in the fact if I tilt it, it's not opening up. But when you do hit the front here, kapow! Oh, ouch! Look at the faith. Yeah, the driver's cab explodes. Been pretty nasty, wouldn't it? But it resets, and you pull that forward, and he looks pre-crash again. Just show you that action again. Pow! Ouch! This is the Crash and Repair Diesel10. He looks happy. Doesn't look like the old classic Diesel10, does he? But hey, looks like nothing's going to change there. And if we hit the front, this is what's going to happen. Oh, the face looks great. Pinchy flies up, and there's a panel on the side here that rips open. There's nothing on the other side, and rah! Pinchy talks. Well, to reset it though, they just push it all down, and there's a positive click there. And it looks like it's not going to fall apart. I have to go back and look at Thomas again. Yeah, the face reminds me of those game shows. Remember the game shows we used to flip around the thing to get the answer? I'll show my age there. But nevertheless, it's Diesel10. It's going to make a lot of people happy, and we're going to have to get him up on the tracks to see how he plays. I'm just here revisiting Thomas, and like I said, you can see the panel's creeping open. It's not much if I tilt it the other way. Yeah, the other ones seem to clip together in a much nicer way. Let me give Thomas a tap. Maybe he needs an awakening there. Sorry, camera. I can't get it to... No, I'm pulling that forward. As soon as I let it go, the panels want to creep. Oh, come on, Thomas. Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. Well, don't forget we've got the 3 rocks. I've put this rock here on the track here. It just sort of sits there. It doesn't really clip in. Let's give Thomas a spin first. I've got the batteries in these toys. Okay. Thomas is away. What? He's already opened up, but he's going to come down and play. Why is he opened up? Okay, give him another go. Okay, let's try Thomas again. I've got a funny feeling he's a bit of a factory error. Why do I get these trains as yours crash Thomas like this? Oh, he's not staying together, guys. This isn't good, is it? Hey? 1 minute. Sorry, Thomas. It's a good night sister to you. See you later, alligator. Well, let's just hope these guys work. Let's give Bash a bit of a turn. I think he clips together better than Thomas. Thomas just never seemed to reset. And he seems to be doing fine in this playset. I give him a spin around once, then I'll sneakily change this, and he's going to come in for a bit of a crash. And it's a train wreck. And that there is the fun of the toy. Let me reset that toy there, and the playset is falling apart. Let's give Diesel10 a spin. Okay, and he seems to reset. Okay, let me give him a few spins. Let me set another rock up here. And the good news is Diesel10 loves this playset. I'll tell you what, we're going to set him up for a bit of a stack. Okay, smack go. Oh, and he's just powered through. Oh, he's not stopping for anyone. Well, Pinchy's up. He's only half crashed. Look at him go. What a surprise. Well, he survived smacking into one rock. Let me set another one down. Come on, smack out. Doesn't care, does he? He's got attitude. He's Diesel10. I think I can solve this problem. Put Bash as a head-on collision. There. And he's even giving Bash the dash. Completely. Diesel forever. Now let me turn off this train wreck. I might have to investigate these toys a bit more, but the little curious part was that these rocks sort of don't really... I can't get them to clip into the track. I don't understand why they're not like a firmer clip in, or is it the train comes along and just pushes them along and pushes them out of the way? I'll have to investigate that one. Let me just try a rock sandwich between Diesel10 and Bash. Yeah, okay. Well guys, it's like that around here. Well, I actually don't mind the Diesel10, and I don't mind Bash Dash. How can I remember all these names? Whatever he is, I don't mind those two, but the one which was fairly disappointing was Thomas. And people say, oh, but Leo, you're not resetting it right. It just doesn't reset. It seemed to be the problem out of the box. I just hope that they're not all like that, and we'll give it one more time, because I know people in the audience say, oh Leo, come on, you got to be fair. Well, I am trying to be fair here. Hopefully totally reset. That is totally pulled forward, because I know you'll be scrutinizing me like down to the final bullet. Go. Okay, fail. Fail, 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 fail. Good night, sister again. We had some great fun with the Breakaway bridge set. It's awesome. Then we added this Hazard Tracks expansion pack to make it super awesome. Then we played with the Crash and Repair trains. They were fun, but Thomas the Tank was a bit disappointing. Sadly, I've got to leave this video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. That looks like the two stunt areas then combine to be one. It's very hard to do it down through camera. I think it may go quite well. Come in and slide in that component there of the oh no, Pinkie Pie's alive. She wants revenge. Fail. And believe me, that's how children play. And sometimes Thomas gets stuck. A lot of confusion and delay starting to happen here. And it's pretty easy to reset. Look at that. Well, sometimes. Well, I'm sorry, Thomas. It's a good night, sister, to you. Over there. Let's have a go at Bash before I start to get angry. Okay, well, there you go. Up Bash goes. Okay, let him do a circuit. He's playing on this playset. He loves it. Okay, let me do a switcheroo here, because we're going to go. That's if he could. And Diesel10 loves this playset. Well, he did love it for a while. I don't know how well it's going to work. Maybe a total fail. Because I had the track set wrong. I think I can fix this. I'll put Bash as a head-on collision